For Elaine Levy's daughter Fallon, healthcare comes at an enormous cost. She's been paying tens of thousands of pounds a year for medical cannabis privately to treat her severe epilepsy.
I couldn't keep up with the mortgage payments, keep up with my daughter. I mean, it's like paying more than a mortgage, it's like, and my children were like, you can't carry on like this. So I actually did sell my home.
Medical cannabis was legalised in 2018, but a lack of trials and clinical research means the NHS has so far only prescribed it to fewer than 5 people.
We were promised an observational trial and an RCT, a random controlled trial, so that we could actually help the children that were already on medical cannabis and indeed do data for children that aren't on it. And we've never seen the money, we've never had a meeting since with the government. They've basically ignored us.
On Monday, Elaine and fellow campaigners with the group End Our Pain are writing to Health Secretary Steve Barclay, urging him to fund the relevant research.
We haven't had that right type of research that can convince regulators, guideline bodies and day-to-day clinicians in the NHS for it to be prescribed on a population basis across all people with those conditions.
So while some go private, others are pushed to the extremes. When Hayley's husband Neil was diagnosed with incurable brain cancer, she tried to treat his pain by sourcing medical cannabis illegally.
At the time, Neil was struggling to walk. He was struggling to get out of the house. And that was where they told us that Neil only had 6 weeks to 8 weeks to live. So we were desperately clutching at straws, wanted to do more. You are very isolated. It's a black market. You're on your own. You've got to do your own research, and you just hope that what you're buying is what they say you're buying.
A spokesperson for the Department of Health says they're working with partners to establish clinical trials to test the safety and effectiveness of more cannabis-based products before they can be considered for wider rollouts on the NHS. But for Elaine and thousands of families like hers, the wait continues, spending more and more money on medication they hope will prove to be life-changing. Rachel Venables, Sky News.